Can you please mobs?
Absolutely. So, as you already mentioned, the team came up with 3 lovely creatures that we believe that the players will enjoy interacting with. And they are the Glare, the Allay, and the Copper Golem.
Those all sound really cool.
Absolutely. And to begin with, we have the Glare, which is it's a creature that flies around and doesn't really like dark areas because it knows that in dark areas there might be monsters spawning.
Yes.
So naturally, it goes to those areas and gets really grumpy about it. And that is to bring that player's attention so that the problem can be fixed.
Okay.
And we are thinking about ideas that in certain circumstances, the Glare may even help you light up these areas to solve your monster spawning problems.
The Glare sounds amazing. I'm ready to vote Glare now.
Yes, but then we have the LA, which is also a flying, lovely creature that loves music and
who doesn't?
Nice sounds. And if you give it an item, it will start looking for similar items lying around and bring them to you.
Okay.
And if you also play on a note block, it will drop the items on that location instead.
That's useful.
Yes, and we imagine that players can maybe use this to make the LA help you with, I don't know, sorting items or clearing up areas.
Yeah.
I think there are many possibilities.
Okay, so vote Allay. I get it.
Yes, but then we have the Copper Golem.
Oh.
And as the name implies, it's a golem made out of copper, so it's an excellent use for copper. And it will also interact with you, and since it's made out of copper, it will over time oxidize and maybe turn into a statue. But don't worry, you can deoxidize it using an axe, or it actually carries around a lightning rod on its head, so a lightning strike can also deoxidize it.
Wow.
In addition, it loves pressing buttons a little bit randomly, specifically copper buttons.
But it randomly presses them.
Yes, so that can also be used in some interesting contraptions, we believe.
That's amazing. So Copper Golem, Allay, Glare, all sound good. How do people choose? I think it's going to be quite difficult. But you've given them a lot to think about. So I think people will figure out what they like the most.
Yes.
Well, thank you so much, Jens, for coming by. I have now a creator question for you.
Hola, soy el 997 de México y tengo unas preguntas para ustedes. Primera pregunta, ¿cómo deciden qué mob poner a votación cada año? Segunda pregunta, ¿cómo se le ocurre al equipo cada nuevo mob? Última pregunta, ¿se basan en los comentarios de la comunidad de fans o es inspiración del equipo?
Okay, those 3 questions I think everyone who wants to know the answer of.
Yeah, well, ideas and inspiration can come from many places. Sometimes it just spontaneously appears when you're walking around in the park, or often you play other games, watching movies, or playing Minecraft. And the community is also a great help. They have so many ideas and they do so many fun things. So we have a lot of ideas to work with, and we need to figure out which ones do we want to do next. And a good way of doing that is actually playing in the game and see which areas that can be improved. I lost my train of thought.
There's so many different ways that these ideas come, and that's really exciting to hear.
Yeah.
So when the community votes on a mob today, that mob is going to move forward towards being in Minecraft. How finished already is that mob, or is there a lot of work to do?
Well, of course we have the big concept that we wanted to do, but once we have the mob in the game and see how it interacts with the areas and other mobs and items, that's when you kind of find the last magic little details to make it really great.
I like hearing about the last magic details.
Yes.
Well, thanks, Jens. You've given everyone a lot to think about. All right, now you know what your options are. And if you already knew, you know a little more about them. Soon, I'll let you know when the first voting round goes live. For now, let's take a look at something pretty fantastic coming to Minecraft that you don't even have to vote on. Earlier this week, Lydia spoke with Fanny and Quinn from our awesome creator team over in Redmond to get a first look at some interesting things they've been working on.
Each year, we show you some of the cool new things made by our creators for Minecraft Marketplace. This year, we're going to do that and show you how to start creating Minecraft things yourself. I finally made my first mob. It's very weird. Fanny and Quinn are here to tell us all about how we can all become creators. Hi, Fanny and Quinn.
Hello, Lydia.
Hey, Lydia.
It's so great to be here. Like, just so exciting to talk about our creators, and what a better place to do it than surrounded by the art that they have created.
I know. I walked onto the set and I was like, oh my God, those are Jollycraft skins. Those are Cupcake Brianna. That's Ka Studios. It was so cool just seeing all of their skins and worlds and concepts all on the wall.
They are really amazing. I mean, the creativity from our creators, those names, that makes sense now. It's just mind-blowing. Before we get too far in, though, we should probably explain to everyone what is a creator?
Yeah, of course. So a creator is really anybody who makes anything in Minecraft. You know, whether you're doing skins, textures, worlds, terraforming, UI, and even for me, like people that are making mods and add-ons and, you know, that kind of more developer type, those are creators too.
Definitely. For me, the way that I always like to think about it is that a creator is anyone that makes something in Minecraft and then shares it with someone else. And that can be like little Mac sharing it with their friends at school, or that could be a team of creators that sell something in the marketplace. And then everything in between, right? And our mission really is to empower all of them to make whatever their imagination is telling them to do. We want to really give you all the means, documentation, tools to be able to do whatever you want to do.
Yeah, it's just such a cool thing to be able to work on, that everybody can be a creator.
Mm-hmm.
That is so cool. And Fanny, you mentioned tools. I think it's so interesting. Your team is actually building things that creators use to build things on top of. Like, what is your favorite tool that you've made?
Oh God, that is such a hard question. We have so many, but I'm going to be a little bit selfish for a second and just pick one that I worked on recently. Like, as a manager, I rarely get the chance to actually write code, which I love doing. And this time we had a game jam, and I actually picked a creator community request, which is like implement a damage command that will help you like do cool effects with other mobs. And I just worked with a designer and we created this together. And I'm so excited to know that the team is actually now taking my code and is going to ship it for real. Very excited about that.
Yeah, that was just so cool that you're able to do something just in a game jam, and then it turns into something real that our creators can use. For me, my favorite is the structure animation. Last year, we shipped a map called Suburbia by Jiggerbob that is basically this world that you can, you know, manage your city, create plots for commercial, residential, balance your economy. And every single time you place one of those plots, it animates layer by layer by layer, adding just this immersiveness and polish to the map that just makes it, I don't know, above and beyond.
That's so cool. I mean, so many of our creators are using the innovative tools that you've made to just like expand what they're working on. And we have some awesome examples of that.